Hey, we're here at Castle Park in Sherman Oaks, and I'm here meeting Leo and Zach, composers of the new movie Weird and Cobra Kai. Hey
What's
guys.
going on?
How you doing?
How
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for doing this.
Oh yeah.
This
We're
is a
pumped.
great
We're always
location.
down to play some mini golf.
Yeah, get out of the studio.
Always.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think it's good as composers
Oh,
to
thank you
use a
very
little sunblock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
really
definitely
Because
need this.
we can get a little pale sometimes.
I'm for sure the palest out of all of us, so
You
I
gotta
will-
treat UV rays with respect, kids.
Hey guys, did I get all of it?
Yeah, I think you look
You got
great.
it. You got it. You got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go. All right, well, I'm excited to play around the golf with you guys.
I'm excited to beat you. You're for sure not gonna win.
Well, we'll see. You're probably right. But,
Yeah.
you know, I might surprise you.
You never know.
You never know.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Too hard.
You're
Too
doing
hard.
better than us.
Ooh.
About 4 for
This is
Green.
incredibly
Yeah,
I
embarrassing.
think that was 5.
What's your favorite film score that came out in the last 3 years? COVID. Since COVID.
Well, I mean, definitely the weird, the Al Yankovic
good
story.
answer, but
Yeah.
I don't want to play our music on here.
Okay.
What's
okay,
another good one? Well, you can think about it while I putt.
Yeah.
Are you serious, dude? Give me Total Recall Jerry Goldsmith.
Done.
Okay. That's really epic for this moment.
Wow. Oh, come back.
Oh my
Nice.
god. This dude's sandbagging us.
Am I supposed to be letting you guys win or something?
Yeah. That's in our contract for this.
Nice.
2, 3, 3.
What I didn't tell you is that I actually came here yesterday and practiced the whole course.
Oh,
So,
got it.
Yeah.
He had a practice round.
So how did you guys meet?
In the caverns of Christoph Beck's studio. Actually, we both worked for Chris. When you spend all day like on intercom in studios next to each other, and so
Yeah, and now we're just on FaceTime.
now
all day.
we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you guys you're not actually writing in the same room. You guys have your own studios and everything.
Separate
Yeah.
studios.
Yeah.
Train a lot of files.
Yeah.
Totally across town. It seems to work. We had a pipe dream of like getting a studio together, but real estate's expensive and we both want homes. We're a good team,
Yeah.
pretty open, honest with each other, like a lot of trust. Generally on the same page.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's easy to like work with someone when you're like come up under the same systems and like
Yeah.
name files the same way.
Right.
You know?
I'm gonna do something wild. I'm not gonna bounce it. No, bad move, bad move,
Oh,
bad move,
The hubris.
bad move.
you know, no risk, no reward.
Nice.
This is also the quintessential Southern California experience because I think we're sandwiched between the 405 and the 101
Yes.
freeways. Oh, nice. You asked me what my favorite score in the last 3 years. I don't know if this counts, but Mission Impossible Fallout. I would
Nice.
say.
I
That's been
mean,
3 years.
That's also debatably the best movie of the last
Yeah.
3. Yeah, that was definitely pre-COVID.
It's fine, I'll give it
that
to you.
might
It's
be
fine.
4 years.
I'll give
fine.
it to you though.
I'll give it to
That
you.
movie's amazing.
I actually just bought my Oppenheimer ticket for
Already?
July 31st at IMAX.
This is something about Zach. He buys movie tickets like way in advance.
Oh, really?
Like
I have
all
the
the time,
AMC
every
stubs.
movie you see, you're like, I already got
yeah,
the ticket.
I have AMC
Yeah.
stubs,
Yeah.
and it's like the best $24 a month that you could spend ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you gotta get a shot of him, just like, yeah. Oh, beautiful. No! Oh,
what?
no!
That's bullshit.
Man.
3 hours later.
There you go.
That's really good.
Hey, by the way, I wore my my Hawaiian shirt in
Honor.
In honor of Weird Al.
You know, funny thing about Al is he really hates it when everyone else wears a Hawaiian shirt. It just has to be him.
That's funny. Yeah, because then he's not weird anymore. He's just normal.
Exactly.
He's the weird one.
I'm joking.
Lefty. Look at these skills.
I can bat righty and lefty, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm left-handed, but
But modern
which way
society
you-
forced
let's
you
go. 3.
Yeah.
Modern society forced you into sporting achievements.
I know.
But which way
That's
do you,
true.
which way do you write music? Lefty or
Well, I
right?
play guitar lefty.
Oh, okay.
I write
It's
music.
a giant pain
So
in the
what-
ass,
okay.
except when we're playing live shows, because then it's great.
Because then it's cool. If
you
you're
can
playing
do the
live shows, you can
flying-
do a V.
Oh,
or like an
nice.
X.
Not me, I
an
can't
X.
play guitar,
You
but-
could do a W or an X, depending on where you're saying.
Okay.
But-
that worked out.
Yeah, the righty lefty composer thing is what hand do you mod wheel, or like what hand do you like mod expression
Oh
on?
yeah, right. Oh, well played. Well played. Look at that. Oh man, Rob. Okay, let's get a score update from Andrew.
We're halfway through the round. We have tied for second place, Leo and Zach at 23 strokes. And we have Mr. Dave over here at 22 strokes with a 1-stroke lead.
It's gonna be a fight to the finish.
I'm kind of worried they're gonna leave now.
This sucks. I'm angry.
Oh boy.
Keeps his lead.
Oh.
This is where the breakdown starts.
Blow up hole for Zach.
I really need to step it up. I think I just fell out of second place, and this is a really important couple holes for me. So I'm really a little bit anxious and nervous.
By the way, what are we playing for? Are we playing for
Cue sheet.
Cue sheet.
Cue
Oh boy.
sheet.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
So wait. So if you win,
We gotta give him cue sheet on something.
we'll give you some cue sheet on
Cobra
something.
Kai, maybe something like that.
something.
So we'll give you cue sheet on something, and
5%.
you know, whatever Roku.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, because
whatever's on
we don't know if
Roku.
anyone can
Yeah.
can get money from Roku yet. Can collect. So
All right. And then if one of us wins, you got to give
give
us
you
cue
cue
sheet.
sheet?
Yeah.
no, you gotta write a cue for no cue
Oh
sheet.
yeah, you gotta write a cue for no cue sheet. Okay, that's a good
Also,
idea.
yeah.
I like that.
No problem.
Oh!
Oh wow, right over. Oh,
No,
man.
stop, movement.
How have we had no hole in one?
We're playing
Holes
for
in
cue
one.
sheet. You guys are in a totally another level now. Cobra Kai inspired. Oh, Miyagi-Do!
All right.
All right.
Still
All
alive.
right,
Gotta
still
gain
alive.
a stroke.
Still alive.
Gotta gain a stroke on the
yeah.
next.
How many
hole.
strokes is Dave up?
He's up by 1.
I'm out of this game unless I get a hole in one.
There we go.
wow.
You need
All
to be a
right.
chaos
Wow.
agent on the last
Yeah,
hole.
that's true. All right, this is it.
Oh, and we got the bridge. Got the oh wait. Let's the bridge of Khazad-dûm.
Okay, do it.
obviously.
Yeah, that's really good. Bump it.
Oh, nice.
Who's up first?
You're
yeah,
first
you-
place.
you
You
have
gotta
honors.
go.
You
You're
have
first
honors.
place.
All right.
This is it.
That's like that's coming back.
No. No.
Oh!
No way.
Oh my gosh.
That was unbelievable.
I blame you.
I hope that
You
was
blame me?
Yeah, you put the music on. It got him inspired.
It did.
Oh my
What?
god.
That's it. He gets cue sheet. Congratulations. That's
That
incredible.
was unbelievable.
I know. That's
mean-
incredible.
It's over.
It's over. We're gonna honor this, by the way. Seriously, give us your PRO info.
Did you guys see? I couldn't find my ball. Did you guys see it?
Oh.
Wait, I gotta rub it in, dude.
Oh.
Nice.
Guys, I had a great idea. Why don't I live really close? Why don't you guys come over and we can go over Q together?
That sounds like an awesome way to spend a Saturday.
You had no plans today,
I
right?
had no plans.
Okay, I gotta show you this cue from Weird.
1 hour later.
We're gonna play this cue from Weird. For anyone who hasn't seen the movie, Al gets attacked in a diner by some goons. They kidnap Madonna, and he fights him to the death.
It's all based on real events, too.
Yes. We got the score here.
We have the score.
Perfect.
We'll play the stems, so you're going to listen to the
Hear
final
the final
mix.
mix, and then we'll break
Yeah.
it down. Order up.
Great.
It's such an insane scene.
So I feel like really quickly, just like the inspiration for this was very like modern action. I think in the script it says, you know, he goes John Wick mode. Like they literally write John Wick mode like in the script. So we just kind of immediately knew from the script phase like what this was going to be, and it's a one-off from the movie, but you know, in pure Weird Al fashion, it's a parody of sorts. But we take the music very seriously. So
There's like a layer of synth stuff, and then there's the orchestra, and then there's, which is all recorded live. We did like 80 pieces in Budapest.
Wow.
And then there's the accordion.
Right.
The secret sauce.
right. So why don't we talk about the accordion first, because that's just like the special.
That's the most fun.
So we had Corey Pesaturo, who's an amazing accordion player.
World champion
accordion player.
Wow.
Met at the SCL Awards actually a couple years ago.
Cool.
And he sat on that couch behind us and recorded just a bunch of accordion. And I had to force him to not play jazz. It was like really just kind of like, you know, I don't think he had done kind of like, he definitely not done like film score accordion.
Okay, yeah.
But also
yeah.
like, kind of like we're having him, we'll play a few of these, but like experimenting with different like timbres of the accordion. I actually ran him through the Kemper, which is the guitar simulator. So like, so this, and you can see I do not comp. I'm really bad at comping. So it's just tons of accordion tracks. So these are just kind of, you know, swells. We can play them in context, but
That's awesome.
ambient swells.
Because it almost has like a little bit of guitar.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Exactly.
guitar.
Like kind of like when it's hidden.
And
accordion.
if this was John Wick, like those would be guitars.
Yeah, right.
Right,
So,
exactly.
You know, it's like our weird spin on it.
So here's like another bit of like, you know, sounds like a guitar. It just sounds kind of like you're playing really kind of high up on the guitar or something. Or like a MIDI guitar even. So that's our melody. And the way he's playing, you can hear these little hiccups. It's just kind of the way the instrument is built. Like
Yeah.
he's squeezing it every note, which is not the way it normally is supposed to go. He's going like,
Yeah.
So, and then we have like, I think maybe the best part of the whole cue is the accordion solo, which we'll just play solo
During
right
the
now.
Kung Fu knife fight.
Yes, exactly. So, like this one, we did a bunch of takes for, and Corey, this was where I was like, don't play jazz. Just forcing him to like palm the accordion and
Yeah.
just squeeze. So that was kind of,
Okay.
we just wanted chaos. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
So this is what we had. And then there's this little like reverse. And then finally, this just sounds like death metal guitar, basically. He's doing a technique that I forgot what it's called, but he's like shaking the button, the bell, yeah.
Oh.
That's great too.
Sounds like you're sitting on, like,
I've
a
never heard
Yamaha
brass
keyboard.
doubled with accordion.
Right, so
Right, because a lot of that stuff is then doubled in the orchestra,
Right.
which is super cool.
So like if we just do like, this was written, we kind of had the percussion. So like that was like the first thing that was in this spot. So like if we this is an old version of my template, by the way, so it is really ancient. But let's just like mute like everything except this is what we had with Corey.
This is where that solo is.
Okay, so that's all we had. And then once he did his solo, we built around the solo a bit. So you're gonna hear, like, for example, like, so like he did like a gesture there that was like beep bump bump, and then like, and that's where we
and
had
response.
Exactly. So we had the brass, go. It sounds way better with real brass, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was like really the most fun. And I think what's also cool is that like we have the like distorted accordion, which is great. But I think the thing that like really makes the cue shine is when it's pure accordion. So like the solo, we really didn't put any, we have a verb and some delay on it, but we're not putting distortion on it.
Yeah, no crazy processing. But what's awesome is like everyone who sees the movie always points this scene out to us, and they're like, the accordion in the diner, so it really popped through in the final mix, and like everyone associates the instrument with Al. So
It's
Right.
so perfect.
Yeah. The score has these sort of genre moments where it like leans in one direction or another, but the main backbone of it is just this kind of great American hero story, early 90s, very Forrest Gump inspired. If kind of like it's that kind of movie, that's the way the movie's structured.
Right.
So like that's kind of the backbone of the score, and we basically wrote a straight orchestral score and then found a few spots where we were like, well, normally there would be an oboe solo here, but let's do an accordion solo.
Right.
Like, in the style, if this were 1996, we would have a clarinet here, but let's do an accordion. And so,
Or like in Raised Amish, maybe instead of just a fiddle, which we do a fiddle on it, but like let's have an accordion play like a solo with the fiddle or something. So it's always very present, and it's such a gift for us too, because it's like, it's such a pure homage, and it was sitting right there, right? Like it was always there, and I think we appreciated that we were able to do that. In terms of like really quickly, just like going through some of the other stuff, like we could show you some of the effects and things. Like, what's interesting about this cue is there's actually not a ton. It's a pretty simple cue.
it's very straightforward.
Like, it's very straightforward. Like, we have our big percussion, as you heard, that was actually the most percussion was in that solo. But like, we have some big hits. The strings are really just kind of playing like nothing special,
Yeah. Chugging along.
just chugging along. Exactly. Playing this melody. Right, so nothing special there. And then we have the, just kind of a build. So it's just pretty straightforward, and the brass is really just doing what brass does. So I feel like, it's great, cool, but the cooler stuff is kind of in the sounds and the accordion and everything. And
well, that's what I love about your score too. Is it kind of like the movie? It really plays it completely straight.
Yeah.
Just like, but of course there's the accordion in there, but I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous scene in a way. But it the fact that it just plays it like a John Wick movie, it's almost like even funnier.
Yeah. Totally. So we have just like kind of a heavy selection of just kind of like weird synths and bendies. This big boomer, as I named it, is just like, that's kind of the big sound of the whole cue here.
We love a pitch bend.
We love a pitch bend.
Family.
Pitch bend, and we love Decapitator. Like, this just has some EQ in Decapitator. It's like a good Omnisphere badge. This deep boom put in everything. Literally every single...
We don't even know where this started from, but somewhere we started putting this boom into every project.
Yeah, it's just, like, honestly, I don't even know if it's going to come through, but we just have it's just...
Oh yeah.
It's meaty, and I don't have a sub in here, but it really just hits.
It sounds like the fucking alien warship just like comes out of hyperspace and all the sound sucks out.
Yes, it does sound like that. And so we have Live open as well. Like we
love
rewire
Ableton.
into Cubase. Our days are numbered because we can't update Cubase, we can't update Ableton because Rewire only works on this. So
if you're
Steinberg,
watching
Ableton, please figure it out. Just get it all together.
We're gonna have to retire.
So we just have like we do audio. We don't really use MIDI in Live, but like, you know, it's great for audio editing. It's great for like indexing loops, searching for loops, like, you know, just having these just like effect. We have so many of these like hits, like libraries of like hits, whatever, and these reverses. So if you've seen like any of our other videos, like this is actually a very tame.
Yeah, live session.
Very
There's not
tame
a ton.
live session.
Usually live is where like tons of automation goes because we'll be like, it's so easy.
Right.
To
So like,
automate
look,
everything.
like we just automated the rate here on this. You know, it's so easy.
I've heard that it's really good for like pitch shifting. Or
it's
really
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
At
So
it.
like, for example, like honestly, we could just like do this right now. But like, for example, like this little. So like, let's say we want to just pitch this, like we would just make it its own thing. And then down here, you go to this envelope automator, clip. We do this all the time. That's why I'm like fast at this. But because it is really good for this, we're like,
draw some crazy.
You just draw like, you know, then all of a sudden you've got a riser.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's great for things that aren't percussion, where it's like a long, maybe a 4-bar riser or whatever. We do this all the time, where we just like kind of. So it's great, and you know, we have a lot of like ear candy stuff, like this thing.
That's cool.
Just stuff like that. And you know, a lot of times we just find these loops and we just figure out how to use them, and kind of like we
transform them.
And like finding these like pockets of where to like place things here and there. So that's Live. Yeah, like we should shout out our mixer, Phil McGowan, who just did a great job of just like mixing.
Takes all our chaos and organizes it.
And our orchestra sounded great. And I think, you know, we
just
actually
solo the orc, the strings and brass. Let's
cool.
Let's hear them.
What's in perp too? Oh, so we recorded. I don't remember.
Did we do timpani and stuff there?
And stuff, yeah.
Oh, you actually recorded it? Yeah.
We like to stripe when we record, not just because it's good for mixing, but actually because like we can record a lot more music faster when you kind of isolate the elements and like, you know, don't need the brass sitting there all the time while the strings are working out the hard stuff. Like
Let's hear the accordion with the final
orc.
Yeah, like the solo. It's pretty loud.
Nice.
Sounds like a freaking contemporary premiere.
Yeah,
a world premiere that you would go to at Disney Hall where it's like, was that actually good?
I mean, it sounds really just tight, and I love that the accordion punches through there. I mean, that is a loud orchestra, and it's just the accordion fits so nicely in that register up there.
When you Are you folding any of your mock-ups into the final mix, or is that
not a
usually...
lot? Sometimes we'll mix a little like short string
Yeah.
or like a little, there's something about like sampled low brass that always just has a really fake bite to it that like sometimes you want to mix a little bit in just to get a little extra brightness. So we'll sometimes do that. I don't know if we did on this cue. I don't know if we did on this cue, but we do that on some projects. Just the occasional string short or like brass low note, you wanted some extra fake growl.
This cue is kind of such a one-off for the rest of the movie.
Right.
And like, I think if we were to have used sweeteners, it definitely would have been on this, but it really is a very acoustic orc-heavy score.
Yeah.
And this is the exception, which makes it funny because this comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like no one is expecting this to happen when this happens in the movie.
Yeah. It's such a great moment.
Yeah.
If you're having as much fun hanging out with Zach and Leo as I am, the good news is we've still got a lot to talk about. So join us for part 2, where I'll ask them everything from how they set up their Cubase template to what it's like working as a duo. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss part 2 of Out of the Studio with Zach and Leo.